Welcome to a demo of Kubrick's Migration Accelerator tool. At a high level, it is an AI-powered tool that supports enterprises in a migration gridlock where migration efforts go over budget and timelines. The tool uses a framework that connects to a source system of choice and routes selected objects through a hybrid conversion engine of deterministic rules and LLM processing to produce reconciled, production-ready code in a target system language. This can take a mid-sized migration from completion in 4 to 6 months to just 1 to 2. Currently, development has been completed for a number of different source-to-target use cases, but this list is ever growing and can be added to at pace. When you land on the app, you are placed on the welcome screen, which provides information on the tool and gives 2 user journey options: start a new configuration or load saved credentials if you've been here before. Today, we'll walk through the full setup for a new configuration. First, we pick the source from the range in the drop-down list containing SQL Server, Redshift, Snowflake, BigQuery, and Synapse, and fill in the credentials. Clicking Fetch Databases leads the app to connect to the server and find what's available. We select the database we want to work with and confirm. The connection is tested live at this point. If anything's wrong with the credentials, you'll see it here before going any further. The flow is the same here for the LLM. You pick your provider. We would use the LLM of choice within the organization, for example, Claude Opus 4.7 here, but this is possible to change to a different provider by dropping in the credentials. Once connected, you are able to choose the target system you want to convert the code for. In this case, Snowflake, but you can choose from PySpark, Fabric, and Azure Synapse in the example shown. The app pulls the full object catalog from your source, every stored procedure, view, and function. However, if you're working with a large database, you can filter by schema to narrow it down. Confirm the selection and continue to conversion. Post-processing then validates every output and flags anything that didn't land cleanly. It compares behavior between source and target, identifying inconsistencies, missing logic, or deviations from the original system. To further increase the speed taken for a migration, an engineer can kick this process off to run overnight, with the ability to then view the results the following day. On the results page, the user receives an overall accuracy score and a flagged objects table, which shows anything the processor caught for human review. In this example, one object is flagged as missing Spark imports in the output. If you then scroll down to the code preview, you can see it directly. The import statements aren't there. The developer knows exactly what to add before deploying. Everything else came through cleanly, grade A, score in the high 90s, and that's what you'd expect. The rule-based layers handle the predictable patterns at scale, the LLM handles the logic, and post-processing is the safety net. For users' convenience, you can download all files on your device with a single click. The result is simple. Migrations that would take a team months to do manually, this code conversion tool drastically reduces that time, providing production-ready code across a variety of source-to-target systems with a human reviewable audit trail on every single object quickly and at scale.